Daddy's home. Just kidding, that's weird. It's me, absolutely nobody, and I got Flins. I have him at C2, but I'll activate the cons later. I really wanted to see what he's really like at like the free-to-play, quote-unquote free-to-play level of investments, because I always feel like it's since my return to Genshin Impact, I've always been curious about free-to-play characters in the latest renditions of what we get from the devs, and Flins is one of those characters who I feel like is actually very free to play. And look at the design. This is like a pretty good design. Animations, everything just looks really nice for what they're trying to go for. The ooky spooky emo necromancer sorcerer whatever, it's nice. The night warrior, and I like the hair. Business in the front, party in the back. Look at that ooky spooky friend. Yo, this is like really nice. Honestly, first impressions aside, this is what I feel like Cyno should have been this. This should have been Cyno. Poor Cyno. But I'm actually quite happy with this. Now, let's jump into some testing and look at what his damage is actually like. Okay, so for his build, I'm starting off with as like kind of low stats as I can, just like in case a new player comes across this and wants to see what it'd be like to have a Flins on their account. Here's a moderately, well invested Phobonius Lance free-to-play weapon, very friendly for free-to-play. And then his set is the Notcry DPS set, Knight of whatever Sky. For stats, just give him attack, crit damage, crit rate, whatever you need, depending on your substats. And this works well. Don't put Elemental Mastery. I mean, if you need to, that's fine. It's not that big of a loss, but attack, crit damage is the best. Team-wise, we're just going to have Flins with Aino, and that's it for our initial first test. Aino is on the support set from Notcry, so she's going to support Flins with that, and she has cons now because I got some. Well, I shouldn't have activated them, should I? Well, they're activated, and hopefully you get cons for Aino if you are wishing for Flins. But yeah, so she's going to support him. She's giving energy because she has Phobonius as well. And she's going to apply Hydro, which he needs for the lunar reaction stuff. Then his artifact set is just moderately well farmed. It's not that good. I think it's all just like minimal substats with like the main stats, attack, crit, something. And when you look at the damage, I feel like his damage for low talent level, just 2 party members, it's actually quite respectable. I'm impressed. I see this damage and sadly I immediately think of like all of the standard banner characters, even my Queen Mizuki. But he's doing well. He's holding his own. And again, I like my talent levels are like 4 and 5 for his skill and bursts. So yeah. Alright, let's test with the signature weapon. Signature weapon gives crit rate, main stat, crit damage, lunar charge damage, and refund some energy. It's a great all-around pickup for Flins. I really like the new pet. The little propeller, the animations for this pet are my favorite. It looks so lively. Okay, now, same thing as before. Hydro application, buff with artifact, provide energy with Aino. Flins is now doing 6189. 6180, that's actually really good damage. Let's see. Okay, rotation. For just 2 characters, respectable. Is it consistent? It is. All right, 6. Yeah. All right, that's like not bad burst damage, and it can only go up, right? Because this is just a team of 2, low talents. Wow, nice, impressive. Adding another team member, Sucrose really kind of is a big bump to damage. She can shred resistance, she can hold thrilling tails. Sucrose can also, mainly buff EM for allies. So I think normally you'd want to use an electro character, then Sucrose and blah, 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 so you can shred the resistance. But even without it, you see that with 100k and 70 something k, that's really nice damage for the mini burst. All right, and we got the EM and wow, nice. Good job, Flins. Impressive. Now, let's bump up the team DPS some with Inefa. Inefa is like the Flins support character everyone should kind of want if you get him. I don't think she's gonna be the end all be all. I don't think she's also like an Escoffier tier level of support, in my opinion. But she is really good. She provides him a lot of sustain, especially since I have low HP. I'm going to take away her signature to lower the DPS and make it more free to play. And since the con is a buff with attack, we're going to change her artifact. So lower attack maybe kind of offsets the con buff a little bit. Actually, I'd have to take off whatever. It's fine. We'll just run with this, just a little bit less. But yeah, let's see what happens. I'd say that this team is more of like an upper kind of like level free-to-play account that's been waiting for Flins and like hitting the reruns for him. But pre-Columbina, because I'm sure Columbina would replace Ino. But here, we start off with getting some shield, so immediate sustain, damage mitigation, buffing, hopefully shredding, and Flins is doing, whoa, stats are gonna be, oh wow, nice. That was really good damage. So Ino can be pushed a bit further by getting her signature. So we're gonna do that and give a little bit more buffs, and let's put back her attack goblet. Though I don't know if that really mattered. I don't think I needed to do that. The cons is just gonna be there. Still buffing regardless. So this team I think is kind of like peak currently for Flins. I want to say maybe Sucrose and Ino could be switched out for Columbina in the future, but for now, so Enough is going to provide some damage mitigation, a buff. Now we have Ino buffs, Sucrose buffs, the burst, because we have more energy, 200k, all right. And then the mini burst, 100k, 100k. All right, not 174k and 100, was that 19k? Nice, one rotation. I do feel like that's kind of a lot for a single rotation, but the one thing to keep in mind is his build not fully maxed out, so he can go further. Stats are okay. Crit rate, crit damage, attack, EM. They can all go up some. With Ascension, he'll get more crit damage, so all right, that's good. Let's see, weapon-wise can go up a bit more, but whatever. Yeah, I'd have to ascend. I need to farm some materials. I feel like these are fair enough. I will leave him on this. I'm focused on Llama at the moment. Constellations, activating these, I think will really make him feel a lot more comfortable playing. And talents, his talents are really low, 4 or 5, and still doing good damage. Time for Abyss. I'm just gonna run through. I'm not even gonna talk. Whatever. It is what it is. I feel like everyone does Abyss with like new characters. But anyway, check it out, or you can fast forward to my ramblings. So that like ending was a bit dicey, but I don't know. It's probably just my Flins and my subpar build. He needs more HP. Nefa came in clutch with the shields, and I would say he needs like a heal somewhere on the team, which I'll figure out later. Flins is one of those characters that I can say without a shadow of a doubt is the best free-to-play option. Design is good, team is highly accessible, free-to-play option weapons are all there. His build is easy enough to come by, I believe. I think this is a character everyone should kind of have if you are looking for an electro DPS. And yeah, and his constellations, that's what I really like. His constellations kind of make him future-proof in like a weird way. You can take your time getting his constellations, because at C0 he's going to be great, and at C6 he would just be monstrous. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to wrap this up and go try C2. Thank you, bye!